Sorry to start the week with this grim statistic, but in just one heat wave, drownings spiked nearly 60% and claimed 429 lives. Officials linked the surge to extreme heat driving swimming incidents. The heat also caused 2,300 deaths across Europe. At least 1,600 of those deaths were in France alone. And you can see why. Look at this map. Much of Europe is experiencing temperatures well above normal. Some places are 10 degrees higher than average. The heat is particularly intense in France and Spain. Meteorologists say it's the result of a combination of climate change and a weather phenomenon known as the North African heat dome. Here's another report from a different French newspaper, L'Equipe. Most of them were in Madrid. Authorities said they were unprepared for such a high number of emergency calls. You see, when the heat wave hit, many people stayed indoors for days. They thought it would pass. But then their air conditioners broke down or they ran out of power. So these people decided to go outside, and that's when many of them collapsed and died. 2 young men drowned in a lake in eastern France. One of them was only 19. Their friends tried to save them, but couldn't. There were long queues outside supermarkets because people wanted to buy cooling products. Things like fans and AC units. But some people were just buying bottled water to avoid dehydration. And it's not just the heat. People are dying because of the thunderstorms too. I could go on, but you get the picture. They were scaling the Pisbuin mountain in the Italian Alps. Well, the obvious advice is stay indoors, drink plenty of water, check up on your neighbors, especially if they're elderly. But beyond that, there's really no surefire way of preventing heat stroke. So here's hoping the rain does the trick. Hopefully, the worst is behind us. 3 of them were from the Czech Republic. 1 was from Poland. This week, hundreds more are expected to die from heat-related causes. In fact, officials say the death toll will continue to rise as long as the heat wave persists. It's literally a dome of hot air over North Africa, and it's been baking southern Europe for weeks. The numbers tell the story of this tragedy. Compared to the previous 5 years, drowning deaths in France are up 58%. In 1 week in July, there were 429 of them. Most of the victims were elderly people. Many of them had no identification. They were found in rivers, lakes, and ponds across the country. French authorities say the intense heat drove people into the water. Many of them probably didn't know how to swim. Let me read you this report from the French daily Le Monde. In Gironde, in the southwest of France, 3 bodies were discovered on the banks of the Garonne River in a small community of retirees. In another area, an 80-year-old man drowned while trying to cool off in a lake. An 85-year-old woman died in the same way in a pond in eastern France. A 70-year-old man drowned in the Saône River near Lyon, and a 75-year-old woman was found dead in a lake in the Jura region. Her family told the police that she often went down to the lake in the evening to rest. So it's not just the elderly who are at risk. The same heat wave has also hit Spain hard. More than 600 elderly people have died there. A similar situation played out in Italy. This weekend, 4 Italian climbers were struck by lightning and killed. So what should you do to protect yourself?